curriculum we all used to become mass communicators, geographers, pharmacists, doctors, and all of that, colonial curricula that we used to be what we are today. Why? Because we were colonized.
Yes.
So in the 21st century, the problem is not the colonialism. The problem is now us who have refused to wean ourselves from the bondage of colonialism because it's bondage. And that's why today you hear people question safety of traditional medicine. They question safety of traditional medicine because they use allopathic medicine as reference standard to define traditional medicine.
Innovation is no longer copying what works elsewhere. It's creating solutions that fit our reality. And business is no longer just about profit, it's about purpose. Across the continent, the brands that are growing are the ones that understand people before products, culture before campaigns, and impact before expansion. This is a new kind of growth, one that speaks the language of the streets and the boardroom, one that turns local challenges into global ideas, one that knows that doing good is not a distraction from success, it is the strategy. This is redefining business growth in Africa, where marketing connects, innovation adapts, and purpose leads. My name is Emeje Idolo, and this is Just Africa, where we'll be having a robust topic talking about Africa innovation, Africa businesses, Africa growth, with our special guest. And in our top stories today, Africa holds $29.5 trillion in mineral wealth, but captures little value. Now, this is the story. Africa is home to an estimated $29.5 trillion in mineral resources, including gold, copper, cobalt, and rare earth elements. Despite this abundance, the continent captures relatively little economic value because most raw materials are exported without local processing or manufacturing, a practice known as limited beneficiation. So experts argue that this missed opportunity prevents Africa from fully benefiting from its own resources. Now, we're looking at it from this point now. So mineral wealth versus little value. So from my own perspective, Africa has huge resources, but often sells them raw. So, it's like selling oranges as whole fruit instead of making juice or jam that sells for more. So that is what Africa is doing. So what are the importance of some of these things? So turning minerals into products locally creates jobs and more revenue. So for example, instead of sending copper abroad, why don't we make wires and batteries here, which pays workers and build factories? So you see, there is need for us to really come in and accept our own raw materials and see how we can transform it. Now, let's look at the supportive policies and investment. So government must make it easier and cheaper to process minerals locally. So if a shop wants to bake a bread, for instance, it needs oven and electricity. Same for factories processing minerals. So they need factories to process some of those things. All right. Quickly, we move on to our next story that talks about Sudan rejoins IGAD after 2 years suspension. Okay, so this is the story. Sudan has officially ended its 2 years suspension from the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, and is rejoining the regional bloc. The suspension imposed in 2024 was due to political instability following a military takeover and ongoing internal conflicts. IGAD officials welcomed Sudan's return, emphasizing the importance of regional cooperation for security, trade, and development. Despite rejoining, Sudan continues to face significant challenges, including internal unrest, humanitarian crisis, and stalled economic reforms. And analysts note that Sudan's reintegration into IGAD could help mediate conflicts, attract development aid, and restore diplomatic ties with neighboring countries. And Regional stakeholders highlight that Sudan's participation is critical for collaborative projects in infrastructure, trade corridors, and peacekeeping initiatives. So a whole lot is going on as regarding Sudan and rejoining IGAD. So there is a whole lot coming from it. So if we want to look at it from our aspect of just Africa, we talk about some beautiful things that are coming out from there. We know that Sudan was suspended due to the challenges that they are facing. So coming back, is this something that we should be celebrating? Of course, yes. But have they been able to put their house together? The answer is still no. So is there something that needs to be done? Of course, there's a whole lot that can be done. So moving on to our next story is Bank of Uganda keeps central bank rate at 9.75%. Okay. So the story, the Bank of Uganda has decided to maintain its central bank rate, CBR, at 9.75%, citing steady inflation and moderate economic growth. So the CBR guides lending and borrowing rates in the economy, influencing inflation, investment, and consumer spending. And right now, I am joined by my favorite person, Emmanuel Amolo.
I need to come and join you to live it up because the guests that we have, there's no way I'm going to miss out in this conversation. No. If I tell you how long we've been trying to get Prof to come, right? And then he now came on the platter. I said, no, I must be part of this conversation. I had to cancel whatever schedule that I had. Commitment.
Because I honestly know that Amolo is not supposed to be
I have to cancel whatever I was doing.
He's forcing himself on me, on my neck.
At this point, there's no whatever it is you tell me I will do is so I must be on this show.
Okay. So today we are joined by Professor Martins Emeje. He is the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency. And he's also the co-chair of the Strategic and Technical Advisory Group on Traditional, Complementary, and Integrative Medicine. You can imagine. So today, we are talking about selling Nigeria's natural medicine products across Africa. Science, safety, and skill. Now, this topic is very important because if we stop buying some things from inside our
I'm sure.
Anyway, first of all, Prof, we are honored to have you in the studio. Welcome.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Natural medicine, safety, and the sales. First of all, how very, very safe are our natural medicine these days? Because I know back in the days of our parents, there was not so much of dilution and all that. But these days, we now have so many of our products being diluted. How safe are they right now?
Okay. Thank you for having me here. I know that in your outlets, in media organizations, you are the one that asks questions, but sometimes we will ask you questions if there is a need to ask you questions.
Yes.
For example, how did you come about the conclusion that these days there are dilution to natural medicines?
Yeah, because, sometimes with what some persons have said or what we have said.
Now you have answered. With what some persons have said.
Yes.
And that is the major problem we have in this area of medicine.
Okay.
Yes, the attitude of our people towards natural medicine. And when I say our people, I'm talking about the vocal minority who are the educated, colonially educated elites. What do I mean? The education you had is a colonial education. The education that I have is a colonial education that we went to the university. The curriculum we all used to become mass communicators, geographers, pharmacists, doctors, and all of that are colonial curricula that we used to be what we are today.
Okay.
Why? Because we were colonized.
Yes.
So in the 21st century, the problem is not the colonialism.
Yeah.
The problem is now us, who have refused to wean ourselves from the bondage of colonialism, because it's bondage. And that's why today you hear people question safety of traditional medicine. They question safety of traditional medicine because they use allopathic medicine as reference standard to define traditional medicine.
Sure.
Instead of using our own traditional medicine as the reference to define allopathic medicine. That's why, I mean, why is nobody talking about safety of allopathic medicine? I am a pharmacist, foreign trained pharmacist, Western trained pharmacist, colonially trained pharmacist. So a pharmacist like me is the same anywhere in the world because we use the same
method.
Yes. Do you understand?
Yes.
And we are not talking about safety. What I mean by we are not talking about safety is that you are not questioning safety. If you come to the hospital and I give you paracetamol as a pharmacist because a doctor has written a prescription, you will not question the safety. Because you have been colonially brainwashed. But I can tell you that one of the most dangerous drugs to take is paracetamol.
Sure.
So, just to let you know first that your narrative, the way you started it, is one of the problems we have with traditional medicine.
Okay.
One of the safest medicines you can ever take in the world is traditional medicine. So let nobody come and give the dog a bad name in order to hang it, right? Because our traditional medical people, the practitioners, do not have voice. They don't come on television. You won't invite them. Because if you invited a traditional medical practitioner here now, the probability that he's going to speak Yoruba, Igala, Hausa, Igbo is 99%.
Just Africa will invite them.
So do you understand? I'm sure you have never invited them. I'm very sure of that. I'm a Nigerian now. This is our space. We know this thing. Even those of us, and this thing is worse with you people in the new those in the new generation, the one you people are calling whatever you want to call, but because they look at them as illiterates, they see them as illiterates. And why are they called illiterates? Because they don't speak English. Because they didn't go to Ahmadu Bello University Zara that I went to. They didn't go to University of Nigerian that I went to. Because they didn't read the foreign pharmacy that I read there. You call them illiterates. And why? Because they don't speak English. Meanwhile, even those of us who are educated today, when we go for foreign fellowships to laboratories across the world or to universities to study, they will give you between 6 to 12 months to study their language, because the means of communication in the class will be their language. You will study Chinese language. You will study Japanese language. You will study Indian language, depending on where you are going from. Or ask people who have gone to Germany to go and say, it's a developed country. Ask them. You will first study German language and pass the exam, because the communication in the lab, the way they are going to teach you, is not English they will use to teach you. But here, we call ourselves civilized. We are raising shoulders. I'm civilized. Which civilization are you talking about? When you are actually the one that is not civilized. And what do we call civilization? What we are calling civilization is Western way of doing things. Their culture is what we benchmark our own to say that. So you see the safety you are talking about today, you are talking about, you are questioning safety of what has been in use for thousands of years. You are not questioning the safety of what is in use for just 100 few years ago.
Yes. Oh, Dr. Prof, thank you very much. So when we talk about questioning the safety of what has been, are we saying that everything that has to do with trado should be, or rather, should we just accept everything? Are there no standard procedures for this things?
Okay. First of all, if there are no standards, it wouldn't have existed for thousands of years.
Okay.
The reason people talk of standards is because they use foreign standards to benchmark it. You see, as a pharmacist, and I'm talking about this with pains, really. And those who are pharmacists or medical doctors, maybe labs, healthcare professionals generally, they know what I'm talking about. They know it. But they don't know the other side, except those of them who went to school. of traditional medicine, the way I went to school of traditional medicine. See, when you say standards, the standard we studied in the university is standards for this allopathic medicine.
Okay.
That is foreign medicine. So if we say paracetamol, to make paracetamol, we have what we call standard operating procedure. We have protocols for the research on how to get paracetamol, on how to make that white tablet before it gets to you. It is documented. Anywhere you go, it is the same across the world. But traditional medicine that gave birth to it, it's not like that. The procedure for getting equivalent of paracetamol in my village called Agaliga is different from getting the same plant, for example, that is equivalent to paracetamol in Lagos. Why? That is the beauty is the beauty of nature. Let me answer it by using a practical example that will help you understand this. Look at you and I. We don't look similar. We don't. I'm sure you are Nigerian.
I am.
But I'm a Nigerian too. There's a reason we don't look similar. Because where your mother gave birth to you and you grew up is different from where my mother gave birth to me and I grew up. It's called nature-nurture controversies. So the environment you were born and you were raised is different from mine. The type of food that was used to raise you is different from the part. I'm talking of two Nigerians, so I'm not talking of Oyibo and an African. I'm talking of two Nigerians born in Nigeria, but born in different parts of Nigeria.
Yes.
But we were raised using different nutritive materials.
Yes.
So we grew up not looking the same. But when an Oyibo man sees the two of us, he says, you people are Africans. The same way. Bitter leaf that grows in my village, Agaliga, and the bitter leaf that grows in your own village, do you expect it to be the same? It's nature. It's not rocket science. It's our own medical science.
Okay.
But until you go to school of it, you will not know it. It's equivalent to saying that because I'm a professor, I'll be raising my shoulder that my car spoiled on the road. I'm going to start repairing the car. Do I know how to repair it? No. But for me to know how to repair it, I have to go to training as a mechanic. So many of us who have gone to school, who know how to speak big English today, we think we know traditional medicine. Because you are speaking, you are talking. So you can badmouth it, you can say anything you want to say it, but as you are insulting traditional medicine, your car spoils. You call somebody who has not gone to primary school before that he wants to repair your car. He will come and repair your car and tell you anything he wants to tell you, and you will agree. So that is how the bitter leaf, for example, that grows in your village will carry in it those things that are in the soil in your own village. While the one that grows in my village will carry the things that are in the soil in my own village. And in the soil in my village, there may be something that nature has put there that cures malaria. Okay. So bitter leaf has taken it. So anybody who takes that bitter leaf for malaria will get cured. Okay. Whereas the bitter leaf in your own place, nature has put something there that cures cancer, not malaria. So if you take that bitter leaf from your own village, it will not treat malaria, it will only treat cancer.
Oh, so
therefore, the method of creating the medicine in traditional medicine can never be the same as the one for Oyibo.
So if you use one eye to look at it, you might be wrong.
It can never be.
Now I get that argument. I get that because again, if we use one particular method to now judge it, and you did not consider that in another place it will be different, the results will be different. And you might now conclude that it is not correct.
That is why when people that don't understand this thing, they will see a traditional medical practitioner who will list 5 diseases that a one plant can cure. They say, hey, look at them, they don't know anything. You are the one that doesn't know anything. Because in one plant, there can be 2,000 different chemicals. And those 2,000 different chemicals can be treating 2,000 diseases. Unlike the one we did in the university, where one chemical is to treat one disease. Because we followed it in the laboratory, we use chemical to follow it, to clean it, to purify it, until it is meant for one particular disease.
Why don't we have this kind of information out there?
How will you have this kind of information? How will you have this kind of information when the big pharma industries and the people around who have the money that can be talking like this are the people that you talk to? And I'm not talking to Sook now. I'm talking to... when I was on the radio program in your sister station this morning, I told them that I have been Director General for 2.5 years now.
Okay.
And Sook knows that I have been saying this, I have been shouting it, because I was doing it like 10 years before I became DG. And I know that the people at the World Health Organization, they have been hearing me. That's why even though people in the area that think that I was demarketing, because I'm a pharmacist, so I don't see why people think that I'm demarketing pharmacy. After all, what I'm talking about, we study it in pharmacy. I'm a professor today. I still teach in the university. And I teach to my younger ones what I'm talking about today. These are things we also learn in the university, but it is de-emphasized when we come out because of the commercial nature of pharmaceuticals. You see, that is the whole wall of difference between pharmaceuticals and traditional medicine. We call it biomedicine. You see, no big pharma in the world is a social enterprise. It's a commercial enterprise. Forget that they are making medicine to treat you. They are not treating you because they love you. Every traditional medical practitioner, and I'm not talking of all these Gen Z traditional medical practitioners. I'm talking of our traditional medical practitioners in our villages. None of them is a commercial person. In fact, when they are making your own medicine for you, they tell you, if you give them money, they tell you no, that they don't take money, because once they take money, that the ancestors will not bless the medicine again. So you can see the difference between that one and allopathic medicine. So how can you be the same? So my people, the reason you are having all of this is because of anything. Let me tell you, drug business is huge business. It's the biggest cartel in the world. That is it. So I know how many friends that I have lost because I'm DG of natural medicine. Yes, I know how many friends I've lost among the industry players because I'm DG of traditional medicine, because they believe, they feel, and it's painful and it's a shame to think that I'm demarketing pharmacy, because traditional medicine is also pharmacy. That's how pharmacy started. Do you understand? 40 to 60% of the drugs you see in the clinic, in the pharmacies, they are from plants.
Yes, the origin is from plants.
Yes.
Okay, so Prof, this is another question.
And we can do all of that in our own country.
Exactly. No, Prof, right now,
we are one of the richest countries in terms of plant biodiversity, animal biodiversity, insect biodiversity. See, insect distribution in Adamawa State alone can be the revenue for Adamawa. Bone setting alone can fund Bayelsa State. Bone setting. We have the best technology for bone setting in the world. See, we are a bunch of colonially. Okay, I'm on national television.
Thank you for holding it there. So now the thing is this: another thing we've come to see with traditional medicine right now is that they are not. Some of them are not packaged in such a way that it will be easier for us
Thank you.
to access.
This is the kind of
You
discussion
understand?
I want to have.
So you see, no, the thing
This is the kind of discussion I want to have.
It will be difficult for me to
Yes.
turn that liquid into
Yes.
my mouth because
Yes.
it is bitter.
Yes.
But when
Yes.
it is packaged in
I
some
totally
way,
agree
so
with
how,
you.
why
I
can't we do
totally, and that
as-
is one of the things that even at the level of World Health Organization we are going to
Okay.
address. That is also one of the things that for the past 16 to 18 months at the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency we are addressing.
Okay.
The first step in addressing it is documentation. First of all, you see, as a pharmacist, I have a number. My number is 08860. I'm the only one that has that number in the whole of Nigeria. Yes, as a pharmacist. Every doctor has his own number also. If you go to Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, that is why pharmacists, doctors, nurses, all of us, professionals, even lawyers, they will be able to tell you that we have so number of lawyers. But we can't tell you we have so number of traditional medical practitioners because of lack of
documentation. That's what you are doing already.
It is this administration that we started.
Nice. So like
So
we have a number now.
Yes.
How many are there?
No. We have not finished.
Okay.
In fact, we are just in the second local government now, and we have to do for the entire almost 9,000 electoral wards in Nigeria, 774 local governments, and that's huge.
That's huge.
And it needs funding.
Yes, because
I'm not asking anybody for funding, because one of the things that is also a problem with us in this part of the world is if a government person asks for fund, everybody just think that he wants to eat money. They think that all of us are thieves. All of us are not thieves. Let me tell you, anybody who was born in the traditional home in the village like I was born cannot be a thief.
that's the
I repeat, anybody whose mother gave birth to him or her in the village, not in the hospital, and yes, in the village, and was raised using traditional medicine can never be a thief, because you would have grown up knowing that anything that is not your own, you don't take it. You would also have grown up that anything that is not your own and you try to take it, that the ancestors will deal with you. You know, because of the preponderance of Christianity and Islam today that has postponed judgment, people do atrocities. Unlike traditional homes that as you commit offense, you get the repercussion. Yes, I'm the one saying it.
Doctor, Prof, you have not. I don't know why I keep saying doctor.
It's fine.
Prof,
It's fine.
you have not told us about the packaging of the how.
So I was getting to that. So in education, what we now say, okay, there is a need to document, so that when we document, we now know all our traditional medical practitioners.
Okay.
It is in the documentation. We know your services that you render.
Okay.
It's in the documentation. We know the products that you have.
Okay.
It's in our documentation. So if I came here with my laptop now, online, I will open from the data, the national digital database that we have. And I can tell you, in Iseyin local government in Oyo State, the traditional medical practitioner, each person, you will see the person's picture, you will see the person's biometric, the person's products, services, the person's clinic, full coordinates. Okay? You will see it. Now, when we have done that successfully, we will now look at the type of packaging that they have. Then we will categorize them into the training modules that we have, because we have also started for the first time a School of Traditional Medicine.
Beautiful.
Where is it?
Yes, in DI, Beautiful. Yes.
No, these are
School
the
of
things you
Traditional
want to
Medicine.
hear. Yes.
See, I went to School of Traditional Medicine now in Asia. In Asia, you get degree in traditional medicine. You get masters in traditional medicine. You get PhD in traditional medicine. There are professors of traditional medicine. Dr. Aruna, my friend, is personal physician to the Indian Prime Minister, and he's a holder of bachelors of Ayurvedic and medical sciences. That is Indian traditional medicine.
So now we are having our own.
We have been accredited for national diploma in traditional medicine now. So and we are moving.
Yes.
Once we graduate our first set, we will apply for degree. Once we graduate our first degree, we will apply for
Masters.
postgraduate,
Yes.
masters, and PhD.
PhD.
And in the next 10 to 20 years, when we will not be in this space
System again.
in the country again, we
Now
will
we
start,
are legacy
we will
already
have-
now.
we will start
Yeah, that's
having
a
people
beautiful-
who are professors
Yeah.
or PhD
Yeah.
holders,
Yeah.
critical mass of people in traditional medicine in Nigeria. Because we don't have people in that area. That's why they are crucifying
Misconceptions
that area.
are already
Yes,
coming
that's
out.
why
Yes.
there's a lot of that. And unfortunately,
Yes.
many of our younger generation are not interested in this space.
Yes.
They are not, and I don't blame them too much, because you can't be interested in what you don't know.
True.
And what do you even know as a young person? What you are hearing your senior colleagues saying is that traditional medicine is not good. It is voodoo. It is fetish. It is juju. Is it Christianity and Islam that is not juju?
That's no, Prof.
Don't say Prof. Don't say Prof. Because I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, and I know that, and my parents are Muslims. Do you understand?
Okay.
And I know that. So if you go to church, somebody will raise hand like this and speak, and somebody will fall down. What is that one?
Okay.
Miracle.
All right.
No, Prof.
Okay, so
So,
let's
Prof,
not be religious
I know you want to. The aim is to let's sell traditional medicine.
Correct.
Right? Why do you feel? Let us convince those young people. Let's leave the older ones, but it looks like they're hard to convince. The younger ones, how do we need to convince them that it is still essential?
Okay,
their data?
let me tell you one of the major milestones we achieved in this area. What I did, and we are the first government agency to do it in Nigeria. I look for a Gen Z. You know, usually there's this thing that you people do, Gen Z people do, that they give them 100 million when they win, that they go and do naked.
Reality TV. Okay.
No, that they do.
It's
BB
reality.
Naija.
Yeah, TV,
So
yeah.
you see, that thing is young people that do it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And the winner, they give the person plenty money. Okay. So what did I do? Within 3-4 months of becoming DG, I look for a Gen Z that is already in that space, in the internet space, social media space.
Yeah.
He's actually a musician, a rapper musician, right? Okay. Her name is Meisha, and we inaugurated her as Natural Medicine Ambassador.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We are the first government, if not, the ambassadorial team is for private sectors. We are the first people that do it. So she speaks the language of natural medicine and speaks to the people of her generation
Yes.
in natural medicine.
Does she consume natural medicine?
Sorry?
Does she consume our natural
Yes.
medicine? Okay.
Yes.
Why is
Okay.
why is it still essential? Why is it still needed? Traditional medicine.
Why? I mean, it's in fact, even the fact that you eat food answers the question. Because as I talk today, I don't need to educate people for even the younger generation. When they see, I'm trying not to call the names of
brands.
Yes,
brands,
yes.
but when they see foreign fast food,
Maybe burger.
when they see foreign fast food like burger,
Yes.
and you give them local food, they prefer local food. Today, as we are talking now, most of this young generation, they say, no, it's natural food I want. I don't want to be eating this. They will come and be asking for smoothie instead of you drinking juice.
All those
Yeah.
Why?
Natural.
It is the same reason why you should take natural medicine. Because your food is your medicine. If you don't make your food your medicine,
You
will
make medicine your food. You're right.
That
All
one.
right. Thank you, Prof. So moving on. Excuse me. Natural medicine is out there. Poor knowledge. How do we correct some of these misconceptions?
Okay.
Now, Prof, now when we say misconception, it is very, very large.
It's not large.
It is. Okay,
It's not
you
large.
feel
I'm
it's
the
not
one
large.
that will tell you now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm the one that will tell you
tell
now.
us.
It's not large. It's 20%.
Really?
Okay. Of the misconceptions?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 20%. And this is, in fact, it is even now becoming less than 20%.
Okay.
Scientifically, data has shown by the third global survey presented in December in India during the second Global World Summit that 70 to 90% of 176 countries of the world use traditional medicine. The Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency here in Kufu Abayomi conducted a study only among elites, federal civil servants occupying federal secretariat Abuja, and came up with the result that shows that 93% use traditional medicine. So it's 7% that have problem with traditional medicine. So don't say it's large. Okay. I said earlier, those that make you think it's large, they are the vocal minority.
Yeah.
They are the people you talk to. They are the people that speak. They are the people that have to destroy traditional medicine in order to get foreign grants from big institutions and funders to do their work.
Big pharma.
Let me tell you, do you know that there are some people that would prefer to die than for insecurity in Nigeria to stop?
Sure.
Because they are funded by serious organizations across the globe. If you kill insecurity now, their job is gone. So they don't care what happens to us as a nation. We have people like that. So when you hear all those, it's large. Nothing is large. Majority of our people is traditional medicine that they use. By the way, do I need to even show you scientific data? No. Please, no. Just carry your camera. Go to the village where your parents live. Everybody working in this television station, everybody go to your own village where your parents live. Take the video of the general hospital when the doctor, the pharmacist, the nurse are on duty. Come and play it here. If you can see doctor, pharmacists, nurses, and drugs in the general hospital in your village, come and play it here, and I will resign. I know what I'm talking about. So if they don't have, then and they are not dying, and they are not dying, what do you think they are doing?
Yeah, they're using something, definitely natural medicine. So, Prof, at the point you talked about exportation of our leaves.
Yes.
So I noticed, just as you said, instead of us documenting some of these things, people prefer to export them.
Yes.
And my intro at the very beginning is about this.
Yes.
We tend to take our raw materials out of the country when we are supposed to process them and have them here.
And it's a big problem for us.
That's what I want you to talk about.
It's a big problem for us. And why? Because we are not, over the years, we are not doing what we should have done. For example, if we have, like now, I can't leave this country and it will not be known. Because I am documented. So, whatever I do is documented, is known, is traceable as a pharmacist. Registered by Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. So, until we are able to do that, for players in this space, we will continue to suffer from this problem. That's one. 2, education. Why would somebody not process bitter leaf and send abroad when he doesn't know any other thing to do with it?
Well,
so you don't blame the person. If we had school of natural medicine, like we just started now, the person will not. You think the person does not want to also live well? You think the person doesn't want to have income? You think if the person knows that he will get 10 naira by sending this thing abroad, he will send it to where he will get 5 naira? No, but he's not aware. And that's what school does. But we turned our own school to colonial school.
And that has been...
As I'm talking to you now, based on the latest report of 2025, the largest exporter of medicinal plants, medicinal plants in the world, China, followed by India. Ask me, because if you are the largest exporter, there has to be largest importer, isn't it?
Exactly.
Ask me which country is the largest importer.
Please don't tell me it's Nigeria.
The largest importer of medicinal plants from China and India are United States of America, followed by UK.
Okay, thank God.
You are saying thank God. But those are the countries that you people are copying. That you say you are civilized. And they are importing plant leaf, plant bark, plant root. They are importing seriously into their country. And you are here saying that the traditional medicine is not good. It's not
we
good.
are buying the finished product.
Of course. I worked as a researcher. I worked on bitter leaf. And when we finished the laboratory work after 5 years, it became a tablet. Yes, it was sponsored by Akwa Ibom State government. Dr. Nelson Obio was the investigator that was the lead that would connect between us and Akwa Ibom State government.
So there's a tablet that is made of bitter leaf.
It's not available in Nigeria.
That is my next
As I talk to you, bitter leaf that is our own, that your ancestors, that as I'm talking now, if hunger is beating us and we go to restaurant,
bitter leaf soup.
it comes back to Nigeria as bitter leaf capsule, and a bottle of 30 capsules is at least 12,000 naira now.
There's a silence.
And you people, you will be going to pharmacy to buy it, to drink it, because packaging is very attractive.
Exactly.
So we are going to that level. We are also, it's huge work. It's huge work. We have just spent 2 years. It's huge work. See, to even tell my people, I call traditional medical practitioners my people. They are the people I love most in the entire world. Because what they are doing for our people. You see, all of us who read medicine and pharmacy, we are not doing no. What are we doing? We are in town, we are in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu, speaking English of snake antivenom. That's the English we are speaking. Whereas the real antivenom is in the village. The traditional medical practitioners are giving it to people that snake is biting every day. When you talk, those who don't know, they will tell you, hey, this snake doesn't have venom. Those snake, okay, go let the thing bite you and let's know whether it has venom or not now. You are inside Abuja saying it has no venom.
All right, Prof. Okay.
So with all your English, let me tell you, if you go to our villages, we are, you know all these earthly things. It is those of us inside Lagos, Abuja, all these cities. We are the one that are running after all these earthly things. The people in the village don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They live their life. They do things normal. They live their life. They die peacefully, naturally, get buried, and they go to heaven. Then many of us we die violently and go to hell.
Prof, okay, how do we talk about regulation now? Because the truth is,
those are all the things. Before you can regulate somebody, you have to know the person now. Will you regulate from the space?
Fair point.
That's what I've been telling you. Those of us that we know this thing, because some of us know it. So when we say it, people say we are proud. But I will say it because I know it. If you think you know it, come, let's talk. They regulate me as a pharmacist because I am known. I'm documented, so they can regulate me.
Yes.
If I dare give you something, even now as a DG, I have 2026 license to practice as a pharmacist. Issued to me by the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. So if I do anything wrong, the council will penalize me.
Yeah, your license might even be withdrawn.
Exactly. Didn't you see the way we are investigating one hospital that a child died?
Yes.
Can you investigate what you don't know?
Yeah.
So first thing first. That's why I want to do comprehensive, neat documentation of the practitioners, their practices, their products. Then
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it can be done.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what is being spent in politics. We don't need 0.001% of it. We would get this job done.
Oh, yeah. So,
and we will have enough revenue to fund the budget of Nigeria. See, the market of herbal medicine. Herbal medicine is just one part of traditional complementary
medicine. You talk about
herbal is just one. Thank you.
You talk about
the market for herbal medicine alone is predicted to be $5 trillion in the next 20 years. $5 trillion. We will not be participating in it if we don't take time. Shebi, there's ACTA now.
Yes.
African
the free trade. Yes.
free trade. Okay. We are jumping and we are happy that there is free trade. If you don't have anything to put inside trade, what are you selling? You are a market for other people inside the free trade.
Yeah.
And this is a free market that we can plug in
In Africa, we are supposed to be the China of Africa. We are supposed to be the India of Africa in terms of use of our traditional medicine practices and products. We are supposed to be the one.
What can we do?
I have told you.
You are saying your own.
You can do. Yes.
From your side, what can we do from media?
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. I love this one. You know, I told Suk right from the beginning, I say all that you can do is to be an advocate of traditional medicine. You are communication, strategic communication. And I'm not saying you should go and lie for traditional medicine. See, I am not the only one in this train again. As I'm talking to you, I have at least 16 professors of medicine, doctors, who are very proud because they saw a shameless professor talking about traditional medicine. So they stopped hiding.
No, we should be proud of what we have.
Look at what you are saying. You have to be as shameless as me to say what I'm saying. And let me tell you, one of the reasons why I'm highly shameless on this issue is I was born in the village, not in the hospital. Then I went to study pharmacy.
A colonized one.
Yes, the colonial pharmacy. And when I went to study that pharmacy, all the people who were born inside hospital, I beat them in the exam. Yes, because I was the best student.
Okay.
So if I'm talking now, come and talk now. When we were in school, didn't I beat you?
Yeah. Prof, the question I want to ask, it may sound funny anyways.
Ask it.
Because what we see in buses,
yes,
those people selling
travel
medicine.
Yes.
We have seen some selling 1 hour.
Yes.
They tell you that you use this, you're going to be with a woman for a period of 1 hour. And do you really encourage that style of sales?
Are you asking me whether I encourage it or whether it works?
Because there are two different things. Yeah, there are two different things.
I can answer the one you did not ask me by telling you that it works. No. See, that's why I said. That's why you did not ask me, but I decided to answer it. Yes, in case you don't want to ask me. Let me tell you. We in my agency these 2 years we developed over 23 natural medicine products.
Okay.
The hottest. The one that people ask of us most is the one for erectile dysfunction.
I agree.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Don't be saying you agree as if you have won. You are a woman. You are not a man. So you don't have that problem. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. You have your own problem. We have our own problem. Yeah. Do you understand? You, once you are 45, 50 now, you don't want to have sex again.
Yes.
You start having problem. But we, once we are 40, erection it starts to win. It starts to become
weaker, yes.
So you need something to enhance. So that is it. You don't even have something to enhance your own. So don't feel that you are a winner by saying all this smell. Do you understand? But the point I'm making is it works. Those are natural plant materials that work.
Okay.
Because what we developed, that is our hottest product right now, is from plants.
Okay.
Yes, it's from plants. Our plant. And there are so many plants that we can develop as many as possible. And that are better. In fact, let me tell you, when we went to the lab here at Igberigbe, I have a lab at Igberigbe here. When we went to our lab at Igberigbe to compare our natural product for erectile dysfunction with Viagra, it was better than Viagra. And I'm talking as a scientist now, as a colonial scientist now, using Western method.
Yes.
Using Western method. You see, because that's the beauty of natural medicine. There is nothing that we do in Western science that we cannot use on traditional medicine. But there are things that Western medicine cannot answer on traditional medicine. And it's not surprising because Western medicine is too junior. It's a few years ago. Why this one has existed for thousands of years? So you cannot be quarreling it because you are unable to understand it. You are the one. You see, your science, there's what we call, we have so many machines. Let me call one sophisticated one for you based on this discussion and say nuclear magnetic resonance. NMR. There are things NMR cannot see inside our natural products.
Okay.
It is the fault of the machine. The machine is not competent enough. So why will you now say because that machine cannot do this thing, it is this thing that has problem? No. Okay? So this is those things that you see there, a lot of them work. Now, the other real question which you ask, that do I encourage it? Definitely no. Okay. It is wrong for anybody to carry any product, whether it is food or it is medicine, in a public transport system and be saying people should buy. Very wrong. You know why?
Why?
Because every packaged product has storage requirements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That bus is not the appropriate storage requirements. There is approved temperature that you should keep that product.
Even if it is herbal.
That bus. Yes, even if it's herbal. You come to my office today, you will see, or come to our labs. Come to our labs. Yeah. You see how we keep our natural products. Yes. You don't put them on the... Look. Okay. Amala. That is our staple food here. Yeah. Cook it and put it in the sun. Just for 60 minutes. And eat it and see.
Yeah.
It's not the same as when you cook it and keep it properly in what we call ambient temperature. Room temperature. Where it's supposed to be. So, it is not encouraged at all. But let me sound a note of warning. It is not traditional medicine that is the biggest culprit
of it. Yeah,
it is even the allopathic medicine.
I agree.
Because those boys that sell those things inside their basket, you will see all tetracycline, Felvin, Panadol, paracetamol, Combidi, Contacha, Balabaja, everything in that basket, and they will be selling it. And in fact, when I was younger, in a bus from Gwagwalada to Abuja Central, somebody advertised Felvin for ulcer, that it can cure ulcer. Felvin is what we call it non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agent. It causes ulcer. We use it to create ulcer inside animals in our lab, so that we can treat it. We can treat it with our traditional medicine to see if it will cure it. Do you understand? But people will be selling it inside bars for treating ulcer. Is that traditional medicine? So the fact that there are evil people or people of low or knowledge for whatever reason, or criminals who do one thing or the other in a particular sector, does not vitiate the authenticity, the usefulness, and the reliability on that sector. Otherwise, we would have said we don't need military in Nigeria again. Yeah. Because even with the military, we have insecurity problem.
Exactly.
I think the biggest one was when Prof said they've already shaped, like, the next 20 years where traditional medicine will be. Yes. And if we don't key in now, we might miss it.
Oh, yes.
What does Nigeria need to do now?
Yes.
I know you have tried from your small quarter.
Yes.
What can we do now so that we can match up?
In fact, let me tell you how we are doing it. Because I am the only agency by law of the Nigerian National Assembly, of course assented by Mr. President, that is responsible for this. And to that extent, all that is supposed to be done, we have already laid the roadmap.
The foundation. Okay.
We have not the foundation, the roadmap.
The roadmap. Okay.
So on paper, the things that should be done, I've already submitted to the National Assembly. I've submitted to my minister. And I give credit to my new minister, because I have a minister that is not up to 3 or 4 months yet.
Wow.
Yes, but he's a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, and he also he's an academic also. He teaches in the university. So he will resonate very well, because within 4 weeks, of requesting for an approval or of something that for more than 1 year I have been struggling to get. He gave the approval. So that is why today I can engage any industry in Nigeria who is interested in taking our product to the market. It is not about government is not willing again. No, government is willing. It is our own, because all over the world, it is the private sector that takes product of research to the market. You see, COVID-19 vaccine that we took in Nigeria is called AstraZeneca.
Yes.
AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine. AstraZeneca is a pharmaceutical company. Oxford University is a publicly owned university. Okay? So the industry provided funds, the researchers did the work, so it's joint ownership. It came out to the public to use. So, and that is how it is done in parts of the world where people know what they are doing, where people are not beclouded, or where people's brain have not been eaten by colonialism, where people don't see foreign validation as what makes them to be human beings. That's what happens. Where people have national pride, where people are proud to say this is made in their own country. That's what happens. During COVID-19, immediately after COVID-19, post-COVID-19, I went to Cuba. I was in Cuba for some time. And I was in DG. I was in Cuba I just became DG in 2023. And I was in Cuba for some time. 95% of Cubans were vaccinated using COVID-19 vaccine made in Cuba.
Made in Cuba?
Yes. If it are natural products, for your information. If it is here, come and see how we will be doing. There's a lot of things to say. You know, I also, because of my position, I also see many things. Unfortunately, at this position, there are also things they say you should not say. Things I used to say when I was in the lab. You are not allowed to say again for position's sake. If not, all the big people who are consuming our natural products, but they will not come out openly to support it, so that both the private and the public and government, we know that this thing is something that we should prioritize. I would have been calling their names. But I will always thank the current 10th House of Representatives, headed by Dr. Abbas Tajuddin. That's why we inaugurated him, the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives. Yes. We inaugurated him as Natural Medicine Ambassador, because for the first time in the history of Nigeria, the House of Representatives moved and passed a unanimous resolution prioritizing that government should prioritize natural medicine. At least from that perspective, it has been said, and resolution, from what I'm told, the resolution is about the third most important law of the National Assembly after Constitution and Acts. That's what I'm told. I don't know it. I don't claim to know what I don't know. But the one I know, I say it. So beautiful. It is now left for the practical implementation of that resolution. That's why I now followed it up. I did not wait till I followed it up and submitted the roadmap and told them that, thank you for the resolution, Mr. Speaker. But in order to walk the talk, this is roadmap.
And follow it step by step.
You understand? And I am not looking for anybody to say that Professor Emeje was DG Natural Medicine and this happened. I don't want. I just want it to happen for my country. Nobody should call my name. I'm not looking for the glory. Heaven knows. And that's why I was sitting on my own, and the World Health Organization.
Congratulations to you.
Herbal appointment.
Yes.
You understand?
Prof,
because nature knows that I was not looking for any recognition.
Can we get our typical hospitals, whether in cities or to use traditional medicine?
We can. But we cannot until we have critical mass of people that believe in it.
Yes.
But if it comes from the hospital, they will take it.
I'm not talking of people that will take it. I'm talking of people that will give it. You see, the hospital, they will give you some hospitals, because there are also...
there are some that believe...
The only sickle cell, before now, until we made... Because we launched a sickle cell drug here in March 2024. At our agency here. Soup was present. Soup was present at the launching. See, until we did that launching, which made it the second sickle cell product owned by government in Nigeria, it was only one. I was responsible for getting it into the company. It is currently marketed by a big pharmaceutical company in Nigeria for sickle cell. The first in the world.
Herbs.
Yes. First in the world. Marketed. We just made another one, an improved version on that one.
Yes.
Since I'm the one that,
yes.
so it is easier to know where to improve, right? And so that's how we launched the second one. And the reason I'm saying this is because National Hospital Abuja and some few other hospitals in Abuja, they used to write that drug for patients on their own, those doctors, because they were convinced that this thing was helping people, and because they know that there's no drug for sickle cell. So somehow they didn't have option but to write that herbal, so on prescription of National Hospital in those days. So right now for it to happen, you have to do a lot of things. Key of which is clinical trials. But we have an issue with clinical trial, the way it is done in foreign medicine, in allopathic medicine, the way we studied it in the university is what we want to use to test the one of traditional medicine, which is wrong. I thank God I am in the group that we advise WHO on how we are going to do it, because we will do it in our own way. And when we do it in our own way, let anybody come and test the robustness, the seriousness, the reliability, and whatever comes out of it. You see, because it's colonialism that makes us think that if you don't do it the way that it has been done, then it is not good. Because you can do it in a new way that is even more stringent and better than what has always been. I remember I was in Japan during the tsunami. Some 2 decades ago. During the tsunami, I was in Japan. And I remember their prime minister, I think Abe also, then the International Atomic Agency that is responsible for radiation, because they had radiations.
Plants, yes.
The plants were affected.
Yes.
And the international regulation gave the minimum distance between that kind of plant and that you can consume anything, or allow people to live. So nobody knew that Japan's own regulation was stricter than the world regulation. Yes.
Until that thing happened.
So when they saw Prime Minister Abe eating tomato
from that area,
yes, they were surprised, because the international regulation was given, I think, 200 meters. Japan say 100 meters is what we will use.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So when we say traditional medicine, we are developing protocol, we have to look at it how people think that we are saying that traditional medicine should not be regulated. We are saying we want to reduce the quality. Who wants to reduce quality? Which quality are you reducing? The people that are consuming traditional medicine and they are living for 120 years in the villages, you in town, are you living more than 50 years? Is it not 50-50?
So I'm just saying to change the benchmark that they are using.
Do you understand?
If you want to test this product, you have to use the right benchmark.
Correct.
Not the one that is from the foreign.
Let me tell you, if this sister that is here with us now, if you carry her and you go and do tests of male tests to find out whether she's
masculine or feminine,
he will fail. He will fail. If you test me for female using female parameters, I will fail. So why would you use what is not meant for me to test me?
Yes, you will not get the right result.
You will get the result.
You will get the results, but it's not giving you the correct data.
Correct.
I get it.
Now, Prof, let's talk about educating the practitioners.
Yes.
Yeah, you've talked about educating, bringing people into the line.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about how we can educate these people, the practitioners now, to ensure that they deliver better.
Yes. First of all, I want you to know that they want to deliver better.
Yes.
They want to. That's the biggest resource that we have in terms of their willingness.
Okay.
Because, and why? There's something driving them. It's not money.
Yeah.
What is driving them is beyond the ordinary. It's spiritual. I can tell you that. So they're actually not trying to make you feel good. They see it
As an obligation.
as an obligation to the unseen God. That is a huge plus for us in traditional medicine. So my agency has been upgraded to an awarding body by federal government of Nigeria because of the work we have done in these few months. And what that means is that education, quality assessment, licensing and monitoring of centers for traditional medicine is our responsibility.
Okay.
So, but this is where serious planning is, and that's what we are doing. We have trained some of my staff have been trained now as quality assessors, and then we are getting faculties, that is teachers, from across the world. I have a lot of diaspora people who are going to be trainers free of charge.
Wow.
Yes, free of charge.
That's beautiful.
And so what we are going to do is, what we are trying to implement is this. Once we are able to do all our documentation, we will now, because in our database, in the questionnaire they are filling, we document how long you have been practicing.
Okay.
So based on that, your experience, we know the class we will admit you to.
Okay.
So some people, they may have to be in class for 3 months, some people 6 months, some people 12 months, based on your experience.
Yes.
And the most important thing we are going to teach you is quality. Quality. Because that is the only place we need to work on seriously in terms of efficacy and safety. It's what we call history of use. They are proving materials on that one. So that when packaging is done, you are interested as a customer. It's called aesthetics. Packaging is a huge area in pharmacy.
A lot.
Yes. I mean,
A lot.
I teach industrial pharmacy. Packaging can make you take what you didn't want, what ordinarily you would not have taken. Yes. So we teach that. Hygiene.
Teach that too.
Is in our module.
Yes.
Is in our module.
Yes.
Hygiene is in our module.
Yeah.
So we give specification on how your clinic should look like. The hygiene level, we are going to have different levels, level 1, 2, and 3. All of that is in our roadmap, is in our plan, that we in our education that we are going to do. You see, when we get all of that properly situated, then you now have people who will license people. The way I finished university and I got a result that I studied pharmacy, which did not qualify me to practice as a pharmacist. It is that result I submitted to the regulatory body. Then the regulatory body now sent me to a place for 1 year. After that 1 year, they now gave me a license to practice as a pharmacist. So we will be responsible for the education. Then we will issue you certificate that, yes, you have done this, you have passed. Then when there is even if there's a council for traditional medicine, it will be responsible for their professional attitude, not their educational qualification and all of that.
Yes.
All of this we are going to do. We have the roadmap for all of this.
Prof, I have 2 questions.
Yes,
these questions are very, very roadside, but I want to ask it. Please, I will need your opinion on those women that carry things on their head, all those herbal things to sell.
Okay.
I will need that is on the one hand.
Okay.
Then on the second hand, how do you advise older people that grew up in the cities?
Okay.
They didn't grow up with the herbs that happen in the village.
Yes.
What would you advise them to do on regular using herbs and everything?
Okay, so let me answer this quickly. First of all, and please allow me to ask you a question. Have you ever seen anybody, women or young boys, carrying gala on the roadside?
Yes.
It's not good. Gala should be appropriately in a supermarket or in the shop where it will be sold. Not that you should be running on a hold up to sell gala and many of you buy it to eat it.
Well, Prof,
You are eating toxins. So I said this because I always want people to know that the problem is not the traditional medicine. The problem is our attitude.
It's our attitude.
So that a woman is carrying that thing on the head does not mean that traditional medicine is bad. It is that attitude that is bad. And that attitude is not peculiar to traditional medicine.
Prof, I'm sorry to cut you there.
Yes.
But the
There's a second
consumers,
one.
hold on,
Yes.
the consumers,
Yes.
those of us that buy from those women that are
Yes,
okay,
yes.
believe that if they don't bring these things to us, how do
Yes.
we have access to them?
Exactly.
Because they need to drink it before they can go and carry the
that's why-
concrete and do the
That is
shoveling.
why, if you notice, I've been saying is attitudinal.
Yes.
This attitude is not just about the seller. It's also
Yeah,
about the
the
buyer.
consumer,
Bribery
yes.
and corruption is two people now. If you
Take
give,
a-
somebody take. If you give me bribe and I refuse to take,
It didn't work. Right? It's
did
not
it
that
work?
No.
It's the same thing. So if somebody is carrying, all of us who are saying, people are carrying it on their head in the town, why are you buying it? All the gala and all the coke that is in the hold up inside 30, 40 degrees centigrade that you are buying, why are you buying it? You are busy insulting the person who is carrying it, but you bought it. Do you get it?
Yes.
Then what's my advice for those that are elderly and they are in town? And my advice is this. You know, natural medicine is not just traditional medicine. Traditional medicine is just a component of natural medicine. That's why at the WHO we say traditional, complementary, and integrative medicine. So your religion is natural medicine. That's how I was mentioning Christianity and Islam the other time. Your religion is natural medicine. There are people that when they are sick, they will never go to hospital. They go to their religious leaders.
To pray for
And there
them.
are people that they pray for them and they get well. There are so many people that have testimonies that they were prayed upon and they got healed. It's natural medicine. It's natural medicine. And it's part of my mandate to look at it and ensure that it is done properly in the country, it is properly regulated, and we know what it is contributing to the system. A year ago, when I addressed when I had a press conference and I said that we need to talk, all pastors and religious leaders in this country, we need to talk. People thought that I was saying that I want to, because anytime government talk, people will just be thinking of, they want to gag or censor. No. If I ask now the religious community in Nigeria that what to give me their contribution to health and well-being of Nigerians, they cannot give because we don't have the data. And I said, let's talk so that I will be able to say, as the person in charge of natural medicine, I will be able to say that, see, religion contributes so percentage to the quality of healthcare in Nigeria because it will inform government in policy making. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Good. So your religion is part of it. Sport is natural medicine. I'm answering your question, what should an elderly person in the city do? Sport is natural medicine. So when you hear of when people jog, when people go to do different exercises, yoga is a powerful traditional medicine in India. If you have heard of Ayush, Ayush is Ayurveda, yoga, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathy. These are 5 different traditional medicine practices given the acronym Ayush, and a ministry was created for it in India. So there's nothing like the traditional medicine in India being in Ministry of Health or Ministry of anything. It's its own it has its own ministry. And you think you can compete with those kind of people when they decided that no, this area has to be on its own.
And not the Ministry of Health.
China is directly, their traditional Chinese medicine is called TCM. The board is directly under the presidency of China. Do you get it? So yes, now, and we can do it. So the elderly who are in town, herbs is not particular. It's not for in the villages.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Fruit is everywhere. Vegetable is everywhere. Natural medicine is everywhere. Your lifestyle is natural medicine. Do you understand? Look at how NAFDAC banned sachet alcohol. And people, instead of commending NAFDAC, look at how they are fighting NAFDAC. Instead of commending Professor Adewale.
What is your thoughts about that? Because I
just said my thought now. Now you're still asking me what is my thought.
Because is it the problem is it attitudinal now, or is it the product itself?
In terms of those fighting, or in terms of
the sachet itself.
It is called I'm looking for the opposite of patriotism. You know, I said earlier that some people in this country will never want insecurity to die. It's the same thing. Why are you making sachet alcohol?
Easy consumption.
And that easy consumption, who is the target?
Of course, it's the consumer.
The people who cannot afford the bottle now.
Yeah.
Who are those people?
So the common man, the masses.
Thank you. The children, the poor people who cannot carry 200 naira to buy the bottle, will just take 50 naira and buy the sachet, which means children. When we had problem of containing this thing in this country, is it not children that we all knew we were mounting things until BBC interview came and said, then we started doing as if we didn't know. That's when we now took it serious. Now NAFDAC is proactive in ensuring that this will not happen. And look at how marketers, even powerful manufacturers, look at how they are fighting NAFDAC. because we are prioritizing money. And look at the argument. The argument is that people will lose their jobs. People will lose their job.
Give them something else to produce.
So they should be doing it so that our children will be dying. We'll create alcoholic set of alcoholic new generation of alcoholics who will be leaders of the country tomorrow.
Prof, I'm sorry, I have to ask this question because I know you mentioned of one company that markets some of your products.
Yes.
Right? But is there a place where we can see some of your products? Because the truth is...
No. I did not mention companies that market my product here where I'm DG. I mentioned, and I didn't even mention the company.
Yeah, I know.
If not, there's a company in Lagos that markets the product that I was responsible for it going into their hand.
Okay.
Yes, because I was actually a researcher for at least 20 years at the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, Abuja, where we developed that product. So my job then as the person in charge was to see how it can be taken by an indigenous company, and I delivered. Okay, so that was what I said. But here at my agency, all my products are currently in my own pharmacy. The first herbal pharmacy owned by government in Nigeria.
That's
where is it?
It is here in Kofi Abayomi number 9, Kofi Abayomi, in my company.
So look and come there. That's what I'm saying.
People come.
Okay.
People come. I am unable to meet the demand. That was why I went to my minister, who gave me approval now, and we are now going to have agency industry summit, where my minister will chair and have discussion. It's called deal making. You know, in this part of how if you say deal, people will think it's bribe and corruption. But for those of us who have gone around, who know how these things happen, it's called deal making, where you discuss with entrepreneurs who are interested in taking the market authorization for your products and go to market with it.
Yes. Prof, you said you were unable to meet demand.
Yes.
That is where the
concern, because that's not my job.
No, Prof, that's where the concern for fake products now comes in. How are we sure that people will now...
If you like...
By the time you start seeing the effect, by the time people start seeing how this medicine is working, there is this tendency that will say, okay, now we want to go and do our own substandard work. How are we protecting those products?
Okay.
Those are traditional products.
You know, I actually pity you.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because this your question is based on your colonial training.
Okay.
Yes. You know, we went through the same training now. If I had not been liberated, I would be asking like this too.
Okay.
See, currently, the products that are mostly faked in the world are the very expensive products. Nobody is going to fake product that is cheap. Yes.
Yours are cheap.
Every natural product is cheap compared to its equivalent imported product. For example, let me give you an example. The ulcer kit is 47 naira right now. The equivalent of an ulcer kit in our agency is 6,000 naira. Can you compare the two? An antibiotic, we have a herbal antibiotic that is 4,000 naira. The equivalent of it in the pharmacy is 18,000 naira. Can you compare the two? If we are to fake, which one do you think people will fake?
The one that is higher now.
That's number one. I'm telling you as a professor of pharmacy, the things that drive substandard making.
Products, yes.
Number two, how people also fake. The ease of faking. The ease of faking. Take a white tablet. For example, sildenafil, Viagra, that men use. If you put chalk, which a lot of fake people do, and you make the tablet, you can know as the man that is not. You can know. It's professionals like us that will know.
True.
Right? How do you intend to fake the herbal product that is containing 4 plants? 4 plants that we extracted in the lab. 1, you cannot extract them in your lab. It's not like the powder that is imported that you can get chalk. Number 2, it doesn't look like chalk that you can go and tablet and give people. It doesn't. So the ease of even faking is not the same. It's easier for allopathic medicine than for our own medicine. Okay? Now, look at it. If you want to, if I give someone a herbal product, that herbal product, before we gave it to you, if it is a herbal product or a good. You see, traditional medicine, there's what we call individualized medicine. Is in modern medicine, we call it advanced medicine. But before the advent of biomedicine, of allopathic medicine, traditional medical practitioners were already practicing individualized medicine. That's why if I and you, even if we are twins, and we went to a traditional medical practitioner, you went yesterday that you have headache, that traditional medical practitioner will prepare your own
for you.
Then if I come as your twin with headache, you prepare my own for me.
Not the same one I did for your twin.
Unlike the way we do it in Western medicine, that for everybody. So individual, but because we did not follow it up, advance it, use modern science and technology to improve it, we dump it. So it's not good. If we had followed it up, put it in our curriculum, train ourselves in this area, then today we will be talking at a different level.
Yeah.
So that is how it is. So in terms of faking, it is anything, everything people are faking.
Yeah.
People fake. You know what a standard organization of Nigeria is going the war is going through in terms of household equipment.
True.
Electrical things. See the kind of houses that are collapsing.
Yes.
Some due to substandard material, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they traditional medical practitioners? Is it traditional medicine? Yeah. So it is not. There will always be faking, but appropriate regulation will take care of this. There's what we call the World Health Organization launched the World Health Organization Traditional Medicine Strategy for 2025-2034 in December. And it was approved by the World Health Assembly. World Health Assembly is presidents of our countries, at least 196 member countries. Now, this strategy, in it, 4 steps we say we must follow in the next 9 years to achieve our purpose. First, evidence-based traditional medicine. Okay. So, even though traditional medicine has existed for years, we say it is now time for those countries that have not been document the evidence.
Okay.
Where you need to do clinical trial, do clinical trials. But document evidence,
Document the evidence
to support the use
Yeah.
of traditional medicine. 2, regulatory frameworks. Because once you have your evidence documented, once you have the practitioners documented, once you have practices documented, once you have products documented, the next thing is regulation.
Exactly.
So,
It is.
regulation. 3, integration. Because if you have evidence for what you are doing, safety, efficacy, and quality, if you have documented everybody in the ecospace practicing this, then what is stopping you from putting it in the formal modern medicine in your hospitals? It is called integration. And once you achieve integration, then you have effective collaboration between the practitioners of biomedicine and traditional medicine, between scientists, intra and inter countries.
Wow. Thank you.
Prof, I have 2 questions.
Please ask me.
Your school,
Yes.
how can people access it? Like, is it some
www.nnmda.gov.ng.
Okay, have
so-
to
so
take, we have to take that again.
www.nnmda.gov.ng.
So
you
high
go
school-
there, you will see it, you will click it, you will download the form, you will fill it, you will submit it, we will give you admission. You don't need to call anybody, you don't need to see anybody. Our agency, if you go to our website, you will see Freedom of Information Act there. Our agency, you will see our strategic plan on our website. Our agency, you will see public accountability document on our agency. In other words, every kobo that we get from government, how we use it is on our agency.
So anybody can apply.
Yes, anybody.
From secondary school, for
If you
example,
like,
secondary
if you
school
like,
can apply.
you have never gone to invest to primary school before. Yes,
You teach?
yes.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
beautiful.
so
It's
the
open-
cover Abayomi center.
Yes.
That's where you sell some of the products that you have.
Yes, correct.
Is it, how can we now get it accessible to
I've just
other
told
places?
you that my minister has now approved for us to undertake agency industry summit to discuss with entrepreneurs. And that just happened this January. The approval just came this January.
Okay.
So those are things that we're
That
going
are
to
on
use
the
this year.
pipeline.
So hopefully we are going to get to all the 36 states and then outside Africa, Nigeria.
No, all the 774 local
governments.
governments. Let me tell you. See, you have time, right?
Yes.
See, you see, there's what we call. You see, the beauty of natural medicine is that our raw materials is agriculture.
Yeah. True.
That means if you want to have good materials to make your natural medicine, you have to do what we call good agriculture and cultivation practice.
True.
So we are going to have, and this has been submitted, it's part of our roadmap submitted to National Assembly. We are going to have medicinal plants, medicinal plant farms in all the local governments in Nigeria.
Beautiful.
Medicinal plant farms. This medicinal plant farm, that's why I told you I requested for 15,400 staff to employ. Because I need 20 staff for each local government in Nigeria. If you multiply by 37, it's 15,400.
You calculated it to the...
Yes, yes, that's what I need. So, and what will be the? Imagine the job that it will create.
Yeah, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot.
Because the
This
ecosystem is wide.
this one is just the people you have employed to work on the farm.
Exactly.
It's not those that work on the farm that will do the harvesting. It's
Yeah.
not the transport sector that it will affect because they have to transport those
product-
things.
yes,
Then it
that
is
is-
not the scientists that
will
will
be in the
employ
lab,
that will be in the lab. So when we have those medicinal, and I'm talking of what I know how to do.
That's a large
Because
ecosystem
my
that
own
created
professor
already.
I'm not a textbook professor.
It's practical. I see, with the show
Yes,
kids,
you understand?
they show
So
kids.
those medicinal farms, those are the places we will now plant. Because I need to say this. Those are the places where we cultivate the plants peculiar to that local government.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? It's connected to what I was saying earlier.
Yes, that the one in Kogi.
We will not cultivate bitter leaf in Kogi and use it to make medicine for
Oyo State or Lagos State.
Yeah, that's where this conversation started from. Now, I know the government is fully involved, but do you think the government is doing enough, or there is more that they need to do to help boost
This campaign, or
you know, as a DG, it's very, very, very easy to say that the government is not doing enough, that I don't have enough funding. It's very easy to say it, but I have refused to say it since I became DG, that the government is not doing enough, which irritates many people. Those who know me know that I don't usually, because I'm a pharmacist and my father trained me, he paid my school fees. It's not like now that government is giving loan to people to do investing. It's my father that paid my, so I don't owe anybody any apology. My license is my own, nobody can collect it from me. So I don't have to be DG. I carry my license and I practice as a pharmacist. Okay? So when I say anything, I say it exactly the way it is. The government has done enough. And I'm saying it because I've gone around the world. I have gone, I have gone. If I was an unpatriotic Nigerian, I wouldn't be in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I will not.
You would have jumped.
I have gone.
You have seen things.
And I discovered that all the government needs to do is ensure that the platform for the private sector to operate is available. Having set up an agency called Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency, having employed basic staff, what I expect is not about government again saying we have to ensure that this is this, we have to do all the is to say the private sector, which is supposed to be the ultimate marketer of the product of this research, is to bring what we call chairs, create chairs in the research institute, in the universities. You see, all our religious institutions that have, if you know the kind of money that our religious institutions have, which of them is supporting any of these to do research? Instead, they are busy opening their own university. Go to UK foundation, the religious foundation, what they vote for research in UK is more than what government is voting in UK. Go to countries, that's what you will see. In fact, in countries, you will see somebody who is on the dying bed. He's going to die of prostate cancer. Then he will now say, my money that I have made, I am donating it to the research of prostate cancer so that it doesn't kill other people again. In Nigeria, if those who have it back, they want that prostate to kill other people since it's about to kill them. So they will never even want to bring it out for anybody to use.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Prof. This has been Just Africa with Professor Martis Emeje. He's the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency and a co-chair at the Traditional Complementary
Strategic, Technical and Advisory Group of the World Health Organization.
Yes. So you can see that we have a prominent person in the house, and he has said a lot. And Prof, we are really, really grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
For the campaign that the advocacy they are doing, we would play our own part on this side.
Yes.
Right. But we're going to have conversations regularly so that updates, especially the updates that you have, need to help you to expand the conversation.
Thank you very much.
And Prof, if you are not available,
one of the latest things that is going to happen is our agency industry summit that we are going to have. So we'll be glad to have you.
Yeah. And I hope when we call on you next time, DG, I hope you will be available. Let's not call
I'm always available. I mean, I was when I got a call from here last week. I was traveling
Yeah.
and I said, can I come now because I'm traveling? Then they now say, no, I can come when I return. So I'm always available.
No problem.
Yes. And I mean, and now, even your geographical location should not affect the interviews.
Yes.
So once we agree, we can also do virtual.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
So, Amolo, we want to go home.
And I don't need to read any book to attend your interview. I am the book.
At this point now, even if I was not an advocate of traditional medicine, right, from the conversation on this table, maybe when I go back from this place,
Thank you.
I will become one.
One of the ambassadors.
I will become one because I've learned a lot.
Yes.
And it's just most of the things that we need to live well.
Yes.
Not even live long now.
Exactly.
Live well. It's around us.
Yes, correct.
It's around us.
Yes, it's in our
We just need to open our eyes.
Correct.
And that's it. So Africa's healthcare future cannot depend solely on imported medicines. With the right mix of science, regulation, and leadership, just as DJ has said, natural medicine can evolve from tradition to industry, delivering health, security, jobs, and regional trade growth. This episode challenges policymakers, scientists, and entrepreneurs to see natural medicine not as an alternative, but as a strategic asset Nigeria can responsibly offer to Africa and the world at large. A very big thank you to you, dear viewers, for joining today's episode of Just Africa. We'll come tomorrow with another interesting episode. This is Just Africa, where we talk Africa. You can follow us on all our social media platforms at Sook News TV and subscribe to the Just Africa show on our YouTube channel. My name is Omevi Idolo, and from Emmanuel, we say thank you for watching.